My dear collective, welcome to another music channeling. Today's song for today's reading is L.O.V.E. L.O.V.E. Okay, by Nat King Cole. I've done past readings for this one. Mercury retrograde, but also disclaimer, side note. I do have a speech impendency, but it is what it is. Okay, but it gives very much Mercury retrograde right now. But I say this to say I've done past readings. They will be down linked down below. Different messages for different people during different times. If those make sense, that's your extra reading. Okay? So basically, yeah, this person loves you. When they think about you, they think about love. Message. Okay. Now, I also want to say that I got some specifics. First things first, your soulmate, okay, they love your skin, okay? They love your skin. Brown, yellow, white, caramel, toffee, you name it, okay? Green, blue, they love your skin, okay? The person loves your skin. That's gorgeous. Message number 2, we got Stockholm, the city. So from some of you guys, you could be meeting in Stockholm, or they are from Stockholm, the city, or they're from Sweden. The city in Stockholm could be relevant. You could be from there, they could be from there, okay? And then we have Oxford. We also got Singapore. So same thing. You can meet in Oxford, be from Oxford. Same thing with Singapore. You met there, they're from Singapore. You know, this is a global reading, okay? I say this to say 2023 could also be relevant, as well as 2024. Mario, the name, could be relevant. And the last specific insight is somebody's irritated, you or them, okay? I think that's it. So in terms of what's not channeled, we got 1964 and 1965. That's when the songs were made and released, okay? And then we have Pisces as well as Aquarius, okay? There we go. We're gonna start first with the zodiac signs, okay? So if you're Pisces, watching for Pisces, have Pisces placement, vice versa. These are your cards, okay? I'm also channeling the name Jennifer, so that could also be relevant as well. We got the Sun card, so somebody feels like, yeah, like I said, your love, you make them happy. They've never been happier, okay? Put this, there we go. However, I feel like you also make them heal any past traumas, issues, when it comes to love in itself. I feel like you heal love when it comes to your soulmate. Very beautiful. I love it. For a lot of you guys who've been through a lot of heartache, whether like you guys got together, got separated, divorced, back together, like for some of you guys, it's the same person that you've been through a lot of tough times with, okay, that you guys gonna get married to, that is like your happiness. For others, it's a new person that you have helped heal love, okay, which is beautiful. And for the rest of you guys, is basically the person that you've been through a lot of hard times with, that is, you know, the love of your life, okay? So I'm not quite sure if that was like recording. I'm trying to film with this new AirPods, but it's not giving what it's supposed to give, okay? Let's hope for the best. Aquarius. Okay, I'm channeling the name Angelica, so that could also be relevant, similar to how I mentioned Jennifer before. So Angelica. Let me see my profile. So we got this one here. Your person could be quite defensive right now, or they understand if you're defensive right now. I do feel like they're quite protective of you in this relationship. Your person could be a fire sign, which is Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, or somebody that's very honest, loyal, family orientated. This person here thought a lot about committing to you and the way they're committing, and this is it for them. They're not going anywhere else. For a lot of you guys, you could have had a breakup, you guys coming back together to start a new beginning. Okay. And for others, it's this new person that's like, when you are dealing with them, they need to figure out if they want this long term or not. You guys are set for life. Okay. So let's move on to the next message. So soulmate loves your skin. That's just a confirmation for somebody. They love your skin, okay? So there we go. That's the message for somebody. And Stockholm's the city, if you're from there, vice versa, etc. You know, let's pull some cards. So we got this one here in relation to Stockholm City here. They're definitely learning from their past, or I feel like you teach each other a lot, okay? This person though could have been a little bit weird at some point, or felt like you were weird or hiding something, or vice versa. There's definitely some sort of commitment issues here, fear of commitment, not ready to be in love or accept love. But I feel like you are overcoming this together, or they're realizing that you're overcoming their fear of love with you. I love this. Okay, I will say that the reason why they're doing this or did this collective is because they were heartbroken in the past. Something really fucked them over in terms of love, but with you, they're slowly healing that. Okay, that is for Stockholm or Sweden. You get me, okay? Stockholm, Sweden. Now, I will say this though. This person is very happy and sees it as a happiness in terms of healing, but they're not like, they might be very, how do I say this though? If it's very much a Swedish person, especially if they grew up in Sweden, they will not show it in terms of their, you won't see it on their face. They might show it based on their actions. Okay, I feel like they could be a little bit expressive less, like they don't express much in terms of like their emotions. Okay, but they're very happy. You definitely healed them, but they're also very reserved in terms of expressing love in itself. Okay, especially if they're a Swedish person, native, or they grew up here. How do I say this? You might be very expressive. They are not. You get me? Okay? That's an extra message for somebody. So let's continue. I'm also channeling July. Could be relevant. Maybe they realized this in July as well. I'm also channeling a Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you could be a Sag. They could be a Sag. Okay? Now, Oxford. Same thing. You could be from the UK, Oxford, etc. So you and this person, you are dating, hooking up, dating culture, hookup culture. That's your vibe with this person. Yeah, and they're falling in love. Okay. FYI, your Sagittarius, even if it's just casual, or just hooking up, it's just having fun, they're definitely seeing you as L.O.V.E. They're definitely falling in love. Okay, that's the energy towards you. However, even though the relationship isn't like, how do I say this, healthy, okay, you guys could be a little bit karmic, a little bit toxic, but it's like a toxic love situation. But yeah, they're definitely like falling for sure if they're not already in love. Okay, so whoever is from the UK, and the energy is like, we're just having fun, this person is in love. Okay. There we go. Now, let's see here. Singapore. So basically, for some of you guys, you will get some clarity, but it still feels a little bit confusing right now in terms of Singapore. I feel like somebody's struggling right now, or there could be some sort of power dynamic between you guys. There's some sort of struggle between you and your person. Maybe there's some sort of struggle here. Somebody broke a promise. Okay, So you're not quite sure where you have your person. Like, you love them, they love you, but somebody's not being honest about their money, about their status in life. I don't know. There's some sort of like, I don't know. I feel like somebody's like living a double life. If you're from Singapore, they're from somebody's living a double life. Okay, because they're not being honest about something. Why is that? Let's see. They're not being honest about something because they're still hurt. They're still angry because of boundaries. About what? The reason why they're not honest, because if they're honest, they have to like talk about what's bothering them. Okay, so if you deal with somebody from Singapore, they're going through something right now, and the reason why they're hiding, like, they see you as love and they feel love with you, but like something is not going well. There's some sort of instability in their life, so they don't know what to say. And if they say something, they will have to be vulnerable, and they don't want to be vulnerable. Okay, I feel like it's something where it's like they need help, but they cannot ask you for help because of their pride, or they feel like you're lying about your life and living a double life. They feel like you love them, but it's giving fake love. Okay, so advice card, whoever is watching for Singapore, their card, because what's happening. So we got this one here, and it was in reverse. And if you're from Singapore, if this person is from Singapore, I feel like you should worry about this soulmate, because they're not being honest. Okay, they're not being honest about who they are, what they have, where they come from, what they do. All right, so yeah, it's not giving, like, it was love probably at first time, you know, the energy was very loving, but there's something very fake about it. Okay, in such a way where it's like, if they worry you, if they stress you out, and based on what I'm getting from the cards, I don't think you can trust this person. Okay, because it's giving double life, as in they're together with you, saying that they're stable, but they're not. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's giving opportunities, it's giving I have another girlfriend, boyfriend, another family. Like, they're saying that they're a CEO, but they're really poor. Like, it's even that. I don't know. In terms of Singapore, it's not giving stable. So sorry if you met them in Singapore, if they're from Singapore, if you're from Singapore, don't trust this person, collective. That's your message. Okay. Also, something about January 3rd is relevant. Okay, so the next message here is this Mario. If you're watching for Mario, your name is Mario. These are your cards. So there's definitely a love between you guys. That's good. The love they feel is legit. If you're feminine here, they adore you, they love you. And I feel like you're the one that wears the pants. So basically, because they are so in love with you, whatever you say goes. Okay, let me just say that. Okay, yeah, if your name is Mario, you have this love for this person. And if they're feminine here, they definitely, you do whatever they say because you love them. Okay, so these are your cards for Mario. There we go. It's genuine love though, so that's good. So somebody's irritated though. Let's see, that's for like somebody that loves you is irritated, or you love them and you're irritated. So these are your cards. You guys are irritated because something is not being fixed, or somebody's self-sabotaging. Somebody's over their head, or somebody's in over their head about something that took place in the past, and something they found out. Like, somebody wants to get over the past of what happened, but they can't, and they keep on thinking about it, you or them, and it's making you more irritated, or it's making a person more irritated because whatever they found out is like really frustrating them, or you, collective. Okay, Um, the thing is somebody's realizing that they need more time to heal, but it's really hard because they feel like they're being cheated on, you or them, okay? Or maybe you found out that they dealt with, as an example, maybe you guys were on a break and they said that they didn't date anyone, but they did, and you found out about this, and you're like, oh, okay, fine, but really it's irritating you, and every day you see them, you're like, I can't believe they dated somebody, but they told me they didn't, and now you can't stop thinking about it. Okay, it's something of that nature. So you guys need to communicate, because somebody's not letting whatever happened in the past go, whoever's frustrated, you or them. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I do feel like there's going to be an argument as well. Okay? So 2024, let's see. In 2024, I'm also channeling 2026. So you guys could have met in 2026 and you're together. You've been together since 2024, or it was like you started from 2026. Oh, sorry, 2006 to 2024. It could have been like a back and forth situation that could be relevant as well. For some of you guys, it's air sign male that you could have dealt with: Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. For others, you could have started off as friends from 2006 or 2024 or 2007 as well. Okay, so these years are relevant: 2007, 6, 2008, 9, 2024. Okay, so these years are relevant. So for a lot of you guys, in terms of that year, you guys could have started off as friends. You could have a lot of back and forth, like, you dated this year, came back together next year, or were together for a few years and came back together. Or there was a lot of missed opportunities as well. Okay, so there's that. I do feel like there's a history there. Whoever resonates with 2024, you have a history with your person. Okay, and 2023, we got this card here. So I feel like you guys could have had like a very casual hookup, right? But then it became serious. Then you became to love each other more and more, and it's 2025 now, so maybe they needed more time for them to realize it's love. I don't think they realized it in 2023, but they're realizing it now. Okay, so that's for somebody specific. I'm also channeling January 3rd and January 14th, April 2nd as well. Could be relevant. Okay. Alright, so trust the process, collective. These are messages in terms of the specifics. Let's see. I think we clarified everything. No, we almost forgot. So 1964. So 1964, somebody was lacking. If you're born during that time, or that year is relevant, somebody was lacking like boundaries. Okay, but now they're letting go and letting like the universe, how do I say this, help with the situation, because somebody had a hard time of like accepting boundaries. There's like a baby walking in front of me. He's so cute. Like it wasn't like post for the camera. Maybe there was like, maybe a child will help the situation. Okay, maybe somebody let go of being controlling when a child came into the equation. Okay, because somebody was lacking boundaries in terms of 1964. Not during that time, but that year could be relevant. And maybe a child changed somebody's perspective. Okay, so let's move on to 1965. I feel like you could have been somebody's dream since 1965. Okay. Or their message was they dreamt about you and they knew that you would be the one for them. There we go. Let's do specific for everyone overall. I think I don't even remember if I pulled a card on it, but let's see. Let's see here. So a lot of you guys are about to live together, okay? A lot of you guys will have to forgive each other and yourself for what took place, okay? Or you have a very forgiving heart, or vice versa. If there's been like a clash, you have to forgive each other and yourself. For others, you have a forgiving heart when it comes to your person, and vice versa. Here, I feel like you helped your person became like a better masculine. Perhaps they weren't ready for children, and then they met you and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to be a father, okay? And not just like, how do I say this? Not to just get like somebody's ready to like have a family for real, and not just make you never mind. You get me, okay? And this is for everyone. If I forgot to pull cards in the first place, because I don't remember. For a lot of you guys, this is actually from flame related, or you guys are just like a perfect balance. You balance each other. You are each other's yin and yang, okay? That's how they feel. For others, you could actually be karmic, but it's like, how do I say this? Karmic in a good way in terms of you guys learning from each other, and it hasn't been easy, but through that they realized what love was in you as well, and they wouldn't have it any other way. So I feel like you guys came together during karmic circumstances where you were karmic, for instance, karmic in a good way in terms of like, you could have been toxic, they could have been toxic, you could have been a lot, helping them a lot in terms of codependency and vice versa. I'm getting energy of a little bit of a struggle of, but like I said, they're realizing what love really is by growing with you, learning from you, and vice versa. So that's that. And let's do a little initials. In terms of any action, let's see. I'm also channeling Jennifer is coming back by July, so that's somebody's specific message, okay? Something about immigration, okay? So we're gonna leave it like that. So I hope you guys can see it. Hold on, let's see. So, see here. I feel like you look very good. I feel like somebody has very good sense of style. You or them, or you guys are like the cool couple, okay? And someone's name is Kim, okay? Mike, Linda. Maybe you lent a lot of your stuff. I do feel like there was some sort of codependency, especially if being in a karmic relationship. There was a lot of codependency where it's like you had to support them, or vice versa, okay? Like for some of you guys, struggle love could be relevant. I'm saying USA, United States of America. Okay, so I'm also channeling Uruguay. In South America. Okay. I'm also channeling Papua New Guinea. Could be relevant. Okay. All right. I think that's it though. Desmond, dolphins could be relevant. Maybe you guys are gonna go on a cruise. Something about Saturday is relevant. Rugrats, okay, maybe you're like a Nickelodeon kid. But yeah, or guess have kids. You're about to have some kids. L.O.V.E. Alright, collective, that's everything. Thank you for stopping by. Let's do a little timeline situation. But take what makes sense, take what resonates, okay? Because I'm big on divine timing. If no cards comes out, then that's it. Okay, we got number 2, okay? And number 6, okay? Number 6, that could be some sort of blockage for some of you guys or interference, okay? But like I say always, think hours, days, weeks, months, okay? And on that note, thank you for stopping by and collecting your journey in life. Much love to you guys, and see you in the next reading.